Alright, finally. It's been forever. I finally get to play another Psychonauts game. This is going to be fantastic. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right?
That's right now.
What the fuck was that shit? You guys done fucked it up. Hello, it's me, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with a new game review. This time I'm reviewing this just released Psychonauts-in the Rhombus of Ruin for the PlayStation VR system. It was developed by Double Fine and wasn't published. It's pretty much just a digital download you can get on the PlayStation Store for $14.99 for $15, and it runs off the Unreal 4 engine, which is kind of odd, and it was just released on February 21st of 2017. Now, this game is actually kind of odd. It is a first-person single-player puzzle adventure that is more like a point-and-click adventure. So if you were looking for something that was like the classic Psychonauts-style game, you are not going to find it here. This game is actually quite disappointing. I wouldn't even call it a fucking game, actually. It's a point-and-click adventure where you do get certain abilities that you can use as you control Rasputin, but he never moves. So basically it consists of you jumping from the minds of different creatures. That's how they get around you not moving in a VR mode. That way it won't make you sick. But I still had some instances with it when it would turn out it was my camera that was a little bit wonky, but there would be this weird sputtering of the camera that would jerk around and would make me violently ill. Fortunately, I found out, at least with this game, I had to adjust my camera a little bit to avoid that. It never really did that before. I think I had some problems with it on Batman before, but other than that, that's really not the game's fault. That's the VR system's fault. Once I got that fixed, it wasn't that bad. The overall plot of this, quote, game is you are out to rescue Lily's father, Truman Zanato, because he has been kidnapped, and you want to solve the mystery of why exactly he is in the Rhombus of Ruin. And through this whoppingly long 2-hour game, you pretty much go around jumping from creature to creature, person to person, never being able to move, but basically you'll jump to a certain area and you'll look around and try to solve a puzzle, like, okay, if you want to get a music box fixed, how are you going to fix it? Jump into the mind of like a flea and use it to clear out the debris. And as you go through the game, you do get different abilities added. You get your pyrokinesis, you can burn stuff. You get your telekinesis, which is used the most often, and you do get your other abilities, but you never get to really fight anything, and it is a very, very short game. It comes on the lines pretty much of, just like what I said, of Batman Arkham VR, and this is a shocking disappointment. Overall, the graphics of it looks fantastic. It does look just like Psychonauts. They did get all the original voice actors back, and it is written by Tim Schafer, which at first made me think, oh cool, this is going to be a really funny ass game, despite it being short. And under the 2 hours, I found that it had a very poor writing to it, and for a Tim Schafer game, it's really a disappointment. All in all, the only thing this game has going for it is the fact that the voice acting and the overall graphics, the aesthetic of the graphics, are very well done in VR. The VR aspect is, once again, kind of a gimmick in this one. It does work and do the purpose it's supposed to, but all in all, I am greatly disappointed with this game. Even at $15, it's only 2 hours long, and even though like Batman was only 2 hours long, but it had a lot more replayability. After you beat Batman, you could go back through and do the Riddler's trophies and other stuff as well. In this, there's nothing. After you figure out the puzzles the first time and you get through it, there's really nothing else to this game. And it just consists of looking around until you see an item or a person that you can actually jump to pretty much use as their way of looking around, and you use that to find an area you need to get there to basically rescue your team members from your ship. And that's really all you do. You just go and you rescue them and you try to solve this mystery that you never really get to solve. It ends very abruptly. There's really not much of an ending to it. I mean, yeah, Batman's ending was sucky too, but this one is like way, way worse. I'm greatly fucking disappointed with this. All in all, I know they tried with it. It definitely looks beautiful, and the voice acting, but when I think of a sequel, a direct sequel to Psychonauts, this is not what I think. This could have been done way better. I am very disappointed with this, and I definitely gotta say, hands down, I don't recommend this at all. If you happen to have somebody with a PlayStation VR system and they happen to pick this game up, or actually I should say digitally downloaded it, it's worth a play like once. But the problem is with this particular game, since it's not, as far as I know, in an actual physical copy, it is strictly just a digital download, that you're not gonna get your money's worth. This is like a one-time playthrough, one and done, and you'll never play it again. It'll just be taking up hard drive space. So it's an utter disappointment because of that. Now, if it actually was a physical copy version, then you could say you could just rent it or something, or borrow it from a friend, then I'd have no problem with it. But even at $15, this is not worth the money. So I normally rate my game reviews on if you should pass on it, if you should rent it, or if you should buy it. And in this case, since you can't actually physically buy it, you can only digitally download it, I say pass. This, even though it does have a nice little bit of mechanics throughout it that really demonstrates what the VR system is capable of doing, with all in all, using it with the Psychonauts does not work. You do get some neat abilities to do here and there, but all in all, it is not impressive. I found myself getting actually quite sick playing this game, especially with the pyrokinesis and some other moves. It makes you ill the way they have it work, and I am not happy with this game at all. I do not recommend it. It's such a shame, because one of my favorite games on PlayStation, hands down, was Psychonauts, and I was really hoping for a great, glorious return to form, and this is not it. Well, this is Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to thank everybody who subscribes to my channel. I want to thank everybody who watches this video. Please leave a comment below if you actually play this game or not, if you liked it or if you did not like it. And I always got to end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.